Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. I want you to take a look at this little conversation here on screen. I'm going to read it for you, and then we're going to spend some time talking about this because there are some things happening here that if you are able to immediately apply them to your own speech, it can help you immediately sound more natural in American English. So again, take a moment, read it to yourself. I would encourage you to pause the stream first so that way you have something to compare to, because this is going to be helpful in terms of starting to just notice some differences. Okay. All right, let's read through this. I heard some great news. Really? Yeah. Ooh, well, spill it. Okay, so let's talk about a concept that is called wavering intonation and how you can use it at the ends of your sentences to automatically make yourself sound more natural in American English. Good morning, guys. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, America. We are here Monday through Friday, typically between 7 and 8 a.m. to make sure that you can get in your 5 to 10 minutes of pronunciation practice for today. And the guide you in this process there is me. Hello, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. That's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation, including placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowel sounds. We're going to be talking a lot today about pitch, especially. Okay, we're going to be looking at intonation patterns, which basically mean, movement from one pitch to another. Okay. For those of you, for instance, who may speak like a tonal language, you may find that like your first tone often is like a high flat thing like E, but English in general doesn't like that, especially across syllables. Instead, what we're generally doing is we're rising like a second tone for some language, like this, or we are falling like this. But there's a lot of nuance in between this because there's also things called wavers, which we've talked about before a couple of times in recent streams. So for instance, you can have like a fall rise waver like this, or you can have a rise fall waver like this. And these are all important because you can take the same word, and if you change the intonation on it, it completely changes the meaning of that word. Okay, depending on the context of your situation. What's up to Emmanuel hanging out with us in the chat? Great to see you as always. So let's take a word like, we can use a word like this. So let's just kind of go through all the different intonations that you may hear frequently in American English. So again, a rising intonation like this, like you want this, just like a general question, versus this, very firm, like you want this. Okay. Versus a rise and fall like this. Do you see that it's still like, for instance, or like this? I guess it's really more a fall rise. Yeah, fall rise. This, which again is still a question because of that rise at the end, but now I'm expressing a little bit more like hesitancy, uncertainty, right? This, versus this. So yes, it's a statement, but it's like there's almost can be a sense of frustration or, depending on context, other emotions put onto it. This. So let's look at our example dialogue here. And you may remember that there was a lot of, or maybe you didn't notice, but if you go back and listen again, one thing you'll notice is that there is a lot of wavering intonation, typically coming right where a thought group ends. If you don't know what the thought groups are, well, I've indicated them for you with the slashes and the punctuation and things like that. Okay, thought groups are moments where one group of words ends and your next. Okay, so that first one, maybe you read all right, sorry about the lags back there. Okay, so let's take a look at that first sentence. So maybe you read that first sentence like, I heard some great news, which is like a falling intonation. Nothing wrong with that, but there's not necessarily a lot of emotional weight attached to it. So let's add a little bit of spice to this. Like, I heard some great news. I heard some great news. So can you hear the difference between I heard some great news and I heard some great news? I heard some great news. Okay, so news, almost like a bobblehead, right? News. Heard some great news. It doesn't have to be crazy long. You don't have to say like, I heard some great news. It doesn't have to be that strong or that long. It does not need to quite be like that. Okay, here's some great news. News. And then your next person, if you're talking to someone, maybe they're interested and intrigued. So they'll be like, really? Really? So again, not just like, really? Or not just like, really? It's like, really? Really? Just showing a little bit of curiosity. Really? Really? And then the next person confirms it. So what can they do to show that? They can do like, instead of saying, yeah, they do like, yeah, 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 yeah. And you can even double that, like, yeah, yeah. Okay. So then after that, the next person maybe is intrigued. And so a sound that you may hear Americans use when they find something interesting, but also want to be a little playful. You may hear them say something like, ooh, 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 something like that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just again, the kind of dragging it out, bouncing around a little bit. Ooh. Okay. You can even do it for the next word. So we had this well. It's like, well, well, well. Again, kind of bobbing. Okay. Building some anticipation, kind of showing that you're about to say something, maybe a little bit dramatic. Well, and then we get our final part. Spill it. Spill it. So notice again, we're not just saying spill it. Spill it. Spill it. Sounds very firm if you do it, right? Spill it. Spill it. How do we soften it? We can do some of this waver. Spill it. Spill it. Ooh, well, spill it. Okay. So let's read this again two ways. The first time we read it, we're going to just kind of do straightforward. Second time, we're going to read it with wavering intonation. Okay. I heard some great news. Really? Yeah. Ooh, well, spill it. Okay, so that's the first way, just kind of straight rise or falling intonation. But let's add some nuance with some wavering intonation to this and give it some life. I heard some great news. Really? Yeah. Ooh, well, spill it. Okay, or you can even take the last part lower, like spill it. Well, spill it. Okay. Guys, if you want to practice more wavering intonation and things like that, I do just want to let you know these are the sorts of things we talk about every single day in our small group coaching program. So we have a small group coaching program called Mission English. We meet daily, multiple times a day. So for instance, today is Tuesday. We're going to be at 9:30 in the morning, so a couple hours from now at 10 a.m. As well, and then we'll meet at 1:30 today. Basically, each class is recorded so you can hear yourself, hear the other students, watch and study everything we looked at. You can see all previous classes. There's, years worth of classes. You can watch a new class every single day for a year, and we got more stuff coming. The last thing I'm going to say about that too is now is a great time to join because starting September 15th, our price is going to go up. If you join before then, you get a lifetime rate, $40 a month. That means that even if other prices go up later, you will still only pay $40 a month. So now is the best time to join. It's only going to get more expensive as we're getting. Look, I mean, for what you get for that price is pretty wild in terms of amount of content. So just something to keep in mind. Also because, hey, I'll be honest, most other teaching programs aren't covering the things we talk about. We're not concerned about your lips and your tongue. We're concerned about the core of where your sound is coming from. So like placement, pitch, breath, weakening consonant sounds. These are the things that are really going to make significant changes in your pronunciation. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, please, please, please check it out. You can visit fluentamerican.com for more information there if that sounds interesting to you. Otherwise, I do have to head out. Once more, my name is Jeff, and rhymes with breath. That is one of those 4 keys to a natural sound in American English. I hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, and have a good afternoon. You all take care.